Montez, how are you today?
Hi, Dina. Pretty good. How are you doing?
Great. It's wonderful to see you. I know there's some really exciting things going on at NIMS, and I cannot believe that NIMS has been a credentialing body for the last 25 years. So we can't wait to hear what's in the next 25.
The next 25 is all about smart solutions, and I'm really eager for us to talk about that.
Wonderful. Well, let's start kind of with the problem right now. I know everybody's talking about skill gap and more so even the complexity gap. Can you talk a little bit about, what that means, and then we can get into sort of the solutions.
Sure. The complexity gap is, you have to really look at that. I'm going to take you through a short journey when I was a machinist years ago. I'm not going to give my age, but years ago. It's a lot of years ago. And I remember my focus was to become a journey person. You're going to master the entire occupation, or at least 75% of it.
Okay.
And so at that time, during that time, it was still, I guess I would call it a possibility, but with all of the emerging technologies of today and the advancements that we're in, that's very difficult to do. So many companies have combated the complexity gap by departmentalizing their operations into roles. So that's what the complexity gap is all about. It's recognizing that the occupations that we thought of in the past are too complex for any one person to master, so we break it down into roles.
Okay, that definitely makes sense. So tell us a little bit about the smart solutions. What are they, and sort of how are they going to fix sort of this major issue?
So our smart solutions are broken down into three pillars. The first is smart standards, then you have smart training principles, and then you have smart performance measures.
Okay, and so I guess we'll start with the standards. Obviously, we know that NIMS set standards and has from the beginning. How are these smart standards smarter than the standards that we had in the past?
I think the biggest area is our historic standards were occupational based, where our new standards are role based. So it's dealing with the complexity gap.
Wonderful. And in terms of, I guess, the next one is we call them the training principles. So can we talk a little bit about what those are?
Well, the smart training principles takes us away from the one-size-fit-all models. It allows organizations to dial their settings in, sort of like a smartphone.
Oh,
you get the phone, right?
Yes.
And then you go into your settings and you adjust it so it's personalized for you. With one-size-fit-all, someone's always conforming. So you make someone happy and someone else is conforming.
Oh, interesting. And these are universal principles?
Yeah, they are. They're not principles that will decay over time, such as technology will, become
obsolete.
I guess. Yeah.
Gotcha. And then I guess the last pillar is the performance measures. And I know the team has been working quite a long time on developing performance measures. Can you talk a little bit about what they are and sort of how are they going to help us?
Sure. So our performance measures are frameworks. So it's a framework of resources and digital tools that help performance validation, or it makes it smart. And when we say smart, it will give you the assistance of making decisions based on data, real data, rather than just that good old boy. Hey, that person
or
can do this job.
Performance, I guess, right?
Yeah, it's all just strictly judgment where you can actually see the data.
Wow, and is there some kind of benchmarking tool?
Yeah, with the data, you can do so much. When you get that information, and we do have a digital tool that you can use as an option, or you can use our framework and define your own. But the benchmarking is all about decision making. You can benchmark all of your performance, and all of them are performance. So you have your trainees, your trainers, and your organization. With our smart performance measure, you have that option.
All the stakeholders get basically measured.
Absolutely, and historically, the trainee is the individual that is the performer, recognized as a performer. But the reality is, your trainers are performers, and the organization is a performer. So with our smart performance measure framework, you can recognize everyone as performers.
Wow, that's great. And I guess, so all of these three pillars that sound great, and how do they sort of fit into something like a structured training program or an apprenticeship?
Yeah, apprenticeship, that's the buzzword right now, and it will be that way in the next generation as well. And in its basic form, apprenticeships are ideal for work on the job training. They're ideal for that. So there's something missing. When you think about an apprenticeship program, it helps you to structure the delivery of your training, helps you to structure policies. It helps you to narratively define what your performance requirements are.
Yep.
But it's missing that one piece, which is the validation of it. And so our Smart Solutions is that missing piece to apprenticeship. So it helps you, not only do you have structured training, but now you have a validation method that goes with it.
Well, that sounds great. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.